20 Most Beautiful Black Actress of the 1970s, Then and Now. In the 1970s, black actresses didn't just act, they dominated the screen-breaking barriers and redefining what it meant to be beautiful, powerful, and talented in Hollywood. From stunning icons like Pam Grier to the unforgettable Diana Ross, these women didn't just play roles, they reshaped the industry. But what was it really like for these stars? And how did they fight against an industry that tried to keep them out? You won't believe the untold stories and shocking challenges they faced. Hit the like button, subscribe to Legends of Black Excellence, and join the conversation about how these women changed Hollywood forever. Pam Grier. Pam Grier's rise to fame in the 1970s marked a significant shift in the portrayal of women in Hollywood. Known for her strength, intelligence, and undeniable beauty, Grier became one of the most influential figures in the world of cinema, particularly within the genre of blaxploitation. Her performances shattered traditional gender roles, and her fearless characters left an indelible mark on both the film industry and popular culture. Born on May 26, 1949 in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Pam Grier grew up with an early interest in acting and pursued her passion at Los Angeles Community College. It wasn't long before her striking presence and talent were recognized, and she landed a major role in The Big Dollhouse 1971, which marked the beginning of her career as a leading lady in blaxploitation films. The genre, which emerged as a response to the lack of African-American representation in mainstream cinema, provided Grier with the perfect platform to showcase her talents. Her breakthrough came in 1973 when she starred in Coffee, a film that solidified her status as an action star. Grier's portrayal of a vengeful nurse-turned-vigilante was a game-changer. Her character was powerful, independent, and unafraid to fight back against the injustices she witnessed. This performance was followed by another iconic role in Foxy Brown 1974, where she played a strong woman seeking revenge for the brutal assault of her boyfriend. These roles made Grier a household name and an icon of black empowerment. Grier's impact extended beyond the blaxploitation era. In the 1990s, she experienced a career resurgence with her role in Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown 1997. Her portrayal of the titular character earned critical acclaim, and she was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress. The film introduced a new generation to Grier's talent and affirmed her place as a timeless figure in Hollywood. Throughout her career, Grier broke barriers and served as a symbol of resilience. She was a trailblazer who showed that women, particularly black women, could be powerful, complex, and multifaceted on screen. Grier's influence continues to resonate today, as she remains an enduring symbol of strength, beauty, and empowerment. Diahann Carroll. Diahann Carroll was a true pioneer in the entertainment industry, recognized for her elegance, grace, and groundbreaking roles that defied the racial limitations often imposed on African-American actresses. Born on July 17, 1935 in the Bronx, New York, Carroll's journey to stardom was nothing short of remarkable. She made history in 1968 by becoming the first African-American woman to star in her own television series, Julia, a groundbreaking show that portrayed a black woman as a professional single mother, a rarity at the time. This was a monumental achievement in the history of television, as it not only broke racial stereotypes, but also provided audiences with a more progressive and empowering portrayal of African-American life. Carroll's career was marked by versatility and resilience. Before her role in Julia, she had already made a name for herself in Broadway musicals and in film. Her performance in the 1954 film Carmen Jones was one of her earliest triumphs, and it demonstrated her ability to captivate audiences with her stunning beauty and raw talent. She went on to have a successful career in both television and film, earning critical acclaim for her performances in Claudine, 1974, a role for which she received an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. She also showcased her acting prowess in films such as The Autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, 1974, where she played a role that would forever define her as one of Hollywood's most celebrated actresses. Throughout her career, Carroll used her platform to advocate for civil rights and equality. She was not just a trailblazer in Hollywood, but also a voice for progress in the entertainment industry. Her grace, beauty, and strength continue to inspire generations of actors and activists alike. Diahan Carroll's contributions to the industry were recognized with numerous awards, including a Tony Award for No Strings in 1962, cementing her legacy as one of the most influential African-American actresses of her time. Carroll's career and personal impact remain significant as she forever changed the way African-American women were portrayed in the media. Diana Ross. Diana Ross is an iconic figure whose influence spans across music, film, and fashion. As the lead singer of the Supremes, Ross became the voice of one of the most successful Motown groups of all time, shaping the sound of the 1960s and the future of pop music. Born on March 26, 1944 in Detroit, Michigan, Diana Ross's journey to stardom began early, and by the age of 16, she was already part of the Supremes. Under her leadership, the group achieved incredible success with hits such as Where Did Our Love Go?, Baby Love, and Stop, In the Name of Love. The Supremes were instrumental in breaking down racial barriers in the music industry, and Ross's distinct voice became synonymous with the Motown sound. In the 1970s, Ross made a seamless transition from group frontwoman to solo superstar. Her debut solo album, Diana Ross 1970, marked the beginning of an era where she would dominate the charts and redefine what it meant to be a pop diva. With songs like Ain't No Mountain High Enough 1970 and Reach Out and Touch Somebody's Hand 1970, Ross's music resonated with audiences across the globe. Her voice, stage presence, and charisma made her an unstoppable force, propelling her to international stardom. Ross's impact wasn't limited to music. In 1972, she starred in Lady Sings the Blues, a biographical film about the life of jazz singer Billie Holiday. Her portrayal earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress, marking a significant moment in Hollywood history. The film cemented her place as not just a musical icon, but also a respected actress in her own right. Throughout the years, Diana Ross continued to break records and barriers, becoming a symbol of elegance, strength, and empowerment for Black women in entertainment. Her contributions to the industry earned her numerous accolades, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2016. Ross's influence continues to inspire generations of musicians, actors, and fans, making her one of the greatest entertainers of all time. Her timeless music and trailblazing career have solidified her as an enduring icon in American culture. Lola Falana. Lola Falana. Born Lolita. Elaine Falana, on September 11, 1942, in Camden, New Jersey, is a trailblazing artist who made a profound impact on the entertainment industry, leaving a legacy of versatility and groundbreaking achievements. A woman of immense talent, she broke barriers in both music and acting, becoming one of the most captivating and celebrated African-American performers of the 1970s. Falana's rise to fame began with her stunning presence as a dancer. She showcased her talents on the stages of Las Vegas, where she became a popular attraction known for her electrifying performances. Her ability to command attention and captivate audiences led to her recognition as one of the leading African-American female performers in the entertainment world. But Lola was far more than just a dancer. Her powerful singing voice allowed her to transcend the world of dance into music, where she released several successful albums during the 1970s. Her hit songs, including There's a Man Out There and $1 Million Feeling, demonstrated her vocal range and cemented her place in music history. In addition to her musical accomplishments, Falana also ventured into acting, starring in films such as The Liberation of L.B. Jones, 1975, and The Flip Wilson Show, which introduced her to a broader audience. She played key roles in television and variety shows where her natural charisma and stage presence further solidified her reputation. What made Lola Falana even more significant was her ability to navigate and succeed in multiple fields, breaking down racial and gender barriers along the way. In the 1970s, her combination of beauty, talent, and strength made her an influential figure in Hollywood and beyond. While her career slowed down in the 1980s, she remains a cherished figure in entertainment history, for her pioneering contributions as an African-American woman in a space that was not always welcoming. Lola Falana's legacy is one of empowerment, artistic excellence, and bold determination. Cicely Tyson. Cicely Tyson, born on December 19, 1924 in Harlem, New York, is regarded as one of the most influential and respected actresses in the history of American cinema. With a career that spanned over 6 decades, Tyson was not just an actress, she was a powerful force who reshaped the way African-American women were portrayed in Hollywood. She became known for her dignity, grace, and her ability to portray complex, strong, and multifaceted characters. Tyson's breakthrough role came in 1972 when she starred in Sounder, a film that earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. This was a historic moment as she became the first African-American woman to receive a nomination in that category. Sounder told the story of a sharecropper family in the Deep South, and Tyson's performance as Rebecca the resilient matriarch was widely acclaimed for its emotional depth and authenticity. This role not only launched Tyson's career, but also set a new standard for the portrayal of Black women in cinema. Throughout her career, Tyson chose roles that highlighted the strength and resilience of African-American women. Her portrayal of Miss Jane Pittman in the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, 1974, a role that spanned over a century of the character's life, earned her 2 Emmy Awards and solidified her as a trailblazer. Her commitment to portraying strong and dignified Black women in a time when such roles were rare helped to challenge the negative stereotypes that were prevalent in Hollywood. Tyson's work in television was just as influential. She starred in the miniseries Roots 1977, which became a cultural phenomenon and helped bring African-American history into mainstream conversation. Tyson also took on roles in films such as Fried Green Tomatoes 1991 and The Help 2011, where she continued to show the depth and breadth of her talent. Tyson's impact was not just limited to her acting. She was an advocate for civil rights and used her career to break down barriers for Black women in the entertainment industry. Her contributions were recognized with numerous awards, including an honorary Academy Award in 2018 for her lifetime achievements. Tyson passed away on January 28, 2021, but her legacy endures and she remains a symbol of excellence, dignity, and the power of representation in the arts. Her career was not only a reflection of her talent, but also a testament to her unwavering commitment to portraying authentic and inspiring African-American experiences. Freda Payne. Freda Payne, born on September 19, 1942 in Detroit, Michigan, is a legendary singer and actress whose influence has resonated for decades in both the music and entertainment industries. Known for her rich, soulful voice and glamorous stage presence, Payne's career has spanned multiple genres from soul and R&B to pop, and she has become an iconic figure in American music history. Her rise to fame began in the late 1960s, but it was in 1970 that Payne truly cemented her place in the music world with the release of her hit single, Band of Gold. The song was a chart-topping success, reaching #1 on the Billboard charts, and became a timeless classic. Band of Gold showcased Payne's ability to blend emotion with powerful vocals, and it remains one of the defining songs of the early 1970s. Payne's career flourished throughout the 1970s with a string of successful singles, including Deeper and Deeper and Bring the Boys Home, which addressed the Vietnam War and its emotional toll on families. In addition to her musical career, Payne ventured into acting, making notable appearances on television and in film. She starred in Book of Numbers 1973 and appeared on television series like The Love Boat and Hawaii Five-0, where her beauty and charisma captivated audiences. Her guest appearances on shows like The Bold and the Beautiful and her performances on various variety shows further established her as a versatile entertainer. Payne's ability to seamlessly move between music, television, and film made her a force to be reckoned with in the entertainment industry. Beyond her entertainment career, Freda Payne was also a trailblazer in representing African-American women in the mainstream music scene. With her vibrant performances, musical talent, and activism, she helped pave the way for future generations of Black artists. Payne continues to be celebrated for her contributions to music and her enduring impact on pop culture, proving that her influence is both timeless and far-reaching. Tamara Dobson. Tamara Dobson, born on May 14, 1947 in Baltimore, Maryland, is a legendary actress and model, best remembered for her iconic role as Cleopatra Jones in the 1970s blaxploitation films. Dobson's towering height, elegant presence, and fierce on-screen persona made her a standout in a genre that was known for featuring powerful, resourceful African-American women in leading roles. Dobson's breakthrough came in 1973 when she was cast in Cleopatra Jones, where she portrayed the title character, a government agent on a mission to defeat drug dealers and crime syndicates. Her portrayal of Cleopatra was a game-changer. The character was not only physically imposing, but also intelligent, resourceful, and incredibly stylish. Dobson's Cleopatra became an instant icon, and the film's success led to a sequel, Cleopatra Jones and the Casino of Gold, 1975, further cementing her status as one of the genre's most beloved stars. Aside from her work in blaxploitation, Dobson also appeared in other films such as Chained Heat, 1983, and Norman. Is That You, 1976, showcasing her versatility as an actress. However, it was her role in Cleopatra Jones that made her a cultural phenomenon, with her strong, independent character resonating with audiences in a way few black actresses had been allowed to do at the time. Her portrayal helped break down traditional stereotypes of African-American women, and her fearless characters in these films became symbols of black empowerment. Tamara Dobson's physical beauty and her ability to portray complex, tough, and independent characters made her an enduring figure in cinema, particularly within the blaxploitation genre. Although her career was relatively short-lived in Hollywood, her contributions to the industry are undeniable. She remains a beloved figure in pop culture for her role as Cleopatra Jones, and continues to be remembered for her pioneering impact on the portrayal of strong black women in film. Tamara Dobson's legacy is one of empowerment, courage, and grace, and her name is synonymous with breaking barriers for African-American women in action films. Teresa Graves. Teresa Graves, born on January 10, 1948 in Houston, Texas, was a trailblazer who made her mark in the entertainment world, particularly for her groundbreaking role in the early 1970s television series Get Christie Love, 1974 to 1975. Graves's portrayal of Christie Love, an undercover detective for the Los Angeles Police Department, was revolutionary, as it made her the first African-American woman to star in a primetime television series. The series, which was a significant milestone in representation, showed that a black woman could lead an action-packed drama breaking racial barriers that had long excluded women of color from such prominent roles. Before Get Christie Love, Graves had already carved out a successful career as an actress and singer. She began her career in the 1960s as a backup singer for major acts like the Supremes and the Rivingtons. However, it was her acting career that would solidify her place in history. Graves made appearances in several television shows, including The Mod Squad and Laugh-In, where she became known for her infectious energy and undeniable presence. In Get Christie Love, Graves portrayed a dynamic character, strong, intelligent, and resourceful, who was unapologetically assertive in a male-dominated field. This portrayal helped redefine the image of black women on screen, as Christie Love was depicted not just as a sidekick or secondary character, but as a hero in her own right, capable of saving the day and outsmarting her adversaries. Graves' success in the series inspired future generations of black actresses to dream bigger and take on complex leading roles in television and film. Despite the show's short run, Graves' contribution to Hollywood and African-American representation cannot be overstated. She broke boundaries and became a symbol of empowerment for black women in the entertainment industry after Get Christie Love. Graves continued to make guest appearances on television, but her legacy as a trailblazer remains a crucial part of television history. Nichelle Nichols. Nichelle Nichols, born on December 28, 1932 in Robbins, Illinois, is best known for her role as Lieutenant Uhura in the iconic Star Trek series. Her portrayal of Uhura, one of the first African-American women in a non-stereotypical role on American television, made her a trailblazer in the entertainment industry and a lasting symbol of diversity and inclusivity. Nichols was born into an environment that nurtured her creativity and love for the arts, and she went on to become one of the most recognized African-American actresses of the 1960s and beyond. Her role as Uhura in Star Trek 1966 to 1969 was groundbreaking for multiple reasons. At a time when black women were rarely seen in positions of authority or respect on television, Uhura was a communications officer aboard the USS Enterprise, contributing to the exploration of outer space. Her role not only challenged racial and gender stereotypes, but also placed a black woman in a position of power, intelligence, and respect. Nichols's portrayal was revolutionary, and she became an instant role model for countless fans. In addition to her acting career, Nichols used her fame to advocate for diversity and inclusion in the sciences. After the original Star Trek series ended, Nichols continued to play the character in several Star Trek films, solidifying her place in science fiction history. However, her impact extended beyond entertainment. In 1977, she was approached by NASA to help recruit women and minorities into the astronaut program, and she worked with them for several years, successfully helping to recruit candidates who went on to become NASA astronauts, including the first African-American woman in space, Dr. Mae Jemison. Throughout her career, Nichols has received numerous awards and accolades, including the 2010 Star Trek Lifetime Achievement Award, and recognition from NASA for her contributions to space exploration and her work with the agency. Her role as Uhura was pivotal in creating space for African-American women in television, and her legacy continues to inspire future generations of actors, astronauts, and advocates for diversity. Nichelle Nichols not only broke barriers in Hollywood, but also played a crucial role in shaping the future of space exploration and representation in both fields. Ketty Lester. Ketty Lester, born on August 16, 1934 in Hope, Arkansas, is a celebrated American singer and actress who gained recognition in the 1960s and 1970s. Known for her distinctive voice and charismatic stage presence, she left an indelible mark on the entertainment world, particularly in music and television. A true Renaissance woman, Lester successfully navigated both the worlds of music and acting, capturing the hearts of audiences with her versatility. Lester's musical career was anchored by her 1962 hit single Love Letters, which became an international success, reaching number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. The song's popularity propelled her into the spotlight, and it remained her signature tune throughout her career. Her smooth, emotive vocal style earned her recognition in the music industry, and she followed up Love Letters with several other songs, including If I Had a Hammer and The Fool's Paradise, both of which displayed her versatility across various genres, including pop, jazz, and soul. While her music career was notable, Ketty Lester also ventured into acting, where she left her mark with roles in both television and film. She is perhaps best known for her portrayal of Hester Sue Turnham in the popular television series Little House on the Prairie, 1978 to 1983. In this role, she portrayed a beloved school teacher, bringing depth and warmth to her character. Lester also appeared in films such as Blackula, 1972, and Uptown Saturday Night, 1974, showing her ability to transition between genres with ease. Lester's presence in the entertainment industry went beyond her talents in music and acting. Her ability to combine glamour with a rich, soulful sound made her a standout during an era when African-American women were often relegated to limited roles. Ketty Lester's contributions to both the music and television industries, coupled with her elegant persona, continue to be appreciated by fans old and new. Judy Pace. Judy Pace, born on June 15, 1942 in Los Angeles, California, is a versatile actress who made significant contributions to the entertainment industry during the 1960s and 1970s. Known for her striking beauty and strong screen presence, Pace was a trailblazer in an era when African-American actresses were often underrepresented in Hollywood. She successfully transitioned from film to television, leaving behind a legacy of captivating performances. Pace's acting career began in the early 1960s, with her debut in the film Flaming Creatures 1964. However, her breakthrough came in the late 1960s, with roles in mainstream films and television. She gained widespread recognition for her performances in films such as Three in the Attic 1967, where she played a leading role in a drama about a college student caught up in a complex love triangle. The film showcased her ability to portray both vulnerability and strength, setting her apart from many of her contemporaries. Her television career was equally successful, and she made guest appearances in some of the most popular shows of the era, including the Mod Squad Star Trek and The Twilight Zone. Pace's versatility allowed her to appear in various genres from science fiction to crime dramas, and she often played characters who defied conventional stereotypes. In particular, her role in Star Trek as a guest star in the episode The Conscience of the King helped solidify her as one of the prominent African-American actresses on TV at the time. Though her career slowed down after the 1970s, Pace's contributions to film and television remain notable. She helped pave the way for future African-American actresses, proving that talent, charisma, and versatility could transcend the barriers of an industry that often sidelined women of color. Judy Pace's work continues to be recognized for its significant role in diversifying the image of Black women in Hollywood during a pivotal era in the entertainment world. Brenda Sykes. Brenda Sykes, born on June 25, 1949 in Shreveport, Louisiana, is a talented actress who rose to prominence in the 1970s, leaving a notable mark in the entertainment industry with her compelling performances in both film and television. With her striking beauty and incredible acting ability, Sykes became one of the standout Black actresses of her generation, known for her ability to navigate complex roles in a time when representation for Black women in Hollywood was still limited. Sykes made her film debut in 1970 with a minor role in The Liberation of L.B. Jones, but it was her performance in Honky 1971 that garnered attention. The film, which explored themes of racial tension and discrimination, showcased her talent and quickly made her a recognized face in the industry. However, it was in 1973 that Sykes truly began to shine, starring in the Black exploitation film The Soul of Charlie, where she held her own alongside Hollywood heavyweights like Fred Williamson. One of her most memorable roles came in the 1975 drama Mandingo, a controversial film set in the antebellum South, where Sykes played a central role in a story that explored slavery and racial power dynamics. Her portrayal of a strong yet tragic character was widely praised, and it became one of the defining performances of her career. In addition to her work in films, Sykes also appeared on various popular television shows in the 1970s, including The Mod Squad, The $6 Million Man, and Kojak. While her film career began to slow in the 1980s, she remained a respected figure in the industry for her ability to tackle powerful, meaningful roles that reflected the complexities of Black women's experiences. Brenda Sykes' contributions to Hollywood helped pave the way for other Black actresses, showing that talent and integrity could overcome the barriers of an often exclusive industry. Vonetta McGee. Vonetta McGee, born on January 14, 1945 in San Francisco, California, was an actress who rose to prominence in the 1970s and became one of the most prominent faces of the Blaxploitation film era. McGee's entrance into Hollywood was marked by her striking beauty and commanding presence, which helped her secure leading roles in a genre that was beginning to explode in popularity. McGee's breakthrough came with her role as the female lead in Blackula 1972, a cult classic that made her an overnight star. In the film, McGee portrayed Tina, a woman caught in a supernatural battle between love and horror. The film's success helped to cement her status as one of the leading actresses in the Blaxploitation genre, a movement that not only showcased Black characters but also empowered Black actors and filmmakers to tell stories that were previously marginalized in mainstream cinema. Her career continued to soar in the early 1970s, with roles in films such as Detroit 9000, 1973, where she portrayed Ruby Harris, a woman whose personal stakes collide with racial tensions and corruption within the police department. The film was a hard-hitting crime drama that reflected societal issues of the time. McGee's performance, as well as her striking presence, further established her as a force to be reckoned with in cinema. McGee's career wasn't confined to the blaxploitation genre. She also appeared in other films such as Shaft in Africa 1973 and Thomasine and Bushrod 1974, which explored themes of action, adventure, and romance. Despite the decline of the blaxploitation genre toward the end of the 1970s, McGee's performances remained influential, and she continued to appear in television and film throughout the 1980s and 1990s, though her most iconic roles were in the earlier part of her career. Vonetta McGee's legacy in Hollywood lies in her role as one of the few black actresses who both defined and helped shape the blaxploitation era. Her ability to seamlessly embody both strength and vulnerability made her one of the genre's most beloved stars. McGee's work continues to resonate as a vital part of the conversation around African American representation in film, especially during a period of great change in Hollywood. Gloria Hendry. Gloria Hendry, born on March 3, 1949 in Winter Haven, Florida, is an iconic actress whose contributions to film and television have left a lasting impact, especially within the action genre. In the 1970s, she broke new ground as one of the first African-American women to star in major action films, most notably in her role as Rosie Carver, a CIA agent in the 1973 James Bond film Live and Let Die. This role solidified Hendry as one of the first black actresses to portray a significant character in the Bond franchise, challenging the stereotypical portrayals of African-American women in Hollywood. Hendry's career in Hollywood was propelled by her ability to combine beauty, strength, and intelligence in her roles. Live and Let Die showcased her as a capable, assertive woman who held her own against the legendary Bond played by Roger Moore, adding depth to her character and providing a sense of empowerment for women of color in the genre. Her performance in this film was lauded for breaking the mold of the typical Bond girl, as her character was both resourceful and integral to the storyline. In addition to her role in Live and Let Die, Hendry was a staple of blaxploitation films during the 1970s, starring in movies like Black Caesar 1973 and Hell Up in Harlem 1973, both directed by Larry Cohen. These films allowed her to showcase her versatility as she shifted between roles that required both toughness and vulnerability. Hendry also appeared in other notable films, such as Savage Sisters 1974 and Black Belt Jones 1974, further cementing her place as a key figure in the action and crime genres of the time. Her contributions to the blaxploitation genre and her groundbreaking role in the James Bond series make Gloria Hendry a significant figure in the history of African-American actresses in Hollywood. While her career slowed in the 1980s, Hendry's legacy remains an important chapter in the fight for representation and inclusion of black women in action-packed roles. Denise Nicholas. Denise Nicholas, born on July 12, 1944 in Detroit, Michigan, is an actress, author, and social activist whose work in the 1960s and 1970s made her one of the most prominent African-American actresses of her time. She gained widespread recognition for her role in the television series Room 222, 1969 to 1974, where she portrayed Liz McIntyre, a high school guidance counselor. This role was particularly significant as it was one of the first instances of an African-American woman in a professional role on a major television network, challenging the typical stereotypes that were often imposed on black characters. Room 222 tackled relevant social issues such as race education and civil rights, and Denise Nicholas's portrayal of Liz McIntyre was praised for bringing depth and authenticity to a character that resonated with audiences. Her performance earned her an Emmy nomination, making her one of the few African-American actresses at the time to receive such recognition for her work in television. Beyond her work on Room 222, Nicholas also appeared in several important films and television shows throughout the 1970s. Her film credits include Let's Do It Again, 1975, a comedy directed by Sidney Poitier, and the cult classic Blackula, 1972. Nicholas's ability to take on roles in both dramas and comedies showcased her versatility as an actress. In addition to her work in film and television, Nicholas also appeared on shows such as In the Heat of the Night, NYPD Blue, and The Golden Girls, further demonstrating her ability to tackle a range of characters throughout her career. Beyond acting, Denise Nicholas is an accomplished author, having written several novels, including Freshwater Road, 2005, and A Matter of Time, 2018, which explore themes of race, civil rights, and personal growth. Nicholas has been an outspoken advocate for African American rights and women's issues throughout her life, contributing to social justice movements and using her platform to bring attention to important causes. Denise Nicholas's career is not only marked by her achievements in acting, but also by her continued dedication to activism and social change. Her legacy as an actress who broke barriers in television, and her role as a writer and advocate for civil rights, make her a revered figure in both the entertainment industry and the broader movement for racial equality. Thelma Carpenter. Thelma Carpenter, born on January 15, 1922 in Brooklyn, New York, was an actress and singer whose career spanned Broadway, film, and television. With her powerful voice and captivating stage presence, Carpenter made significant contributions to the world of musical theater, leaving behind a legacy that would influence future generations of performers. She was particularly well known for her remarkable ability to transition between the stage and screen, a testament to her versatility as a performer. Carpenter's Broadway career began in the 1940s, and she became widely recognized for her performance in Hello, Dolly, 1964, where she starred alongside legendary performers such as Carol Channing. Her portrayal of Martha Watson earned her critical acclaim and recognition in the theater community. She also received a Tony Award nomination for her work in Hello, Dolly. Carpenter's presence was also felt in film and television. She appeared in several movies such as The Wiz, 1978, where she played one of the inhabitants of the Land of Oz. This role helped solidify her position in both musical theater and film. Carpenter's skillful performances in various TV shows, including The Cosby Show and Law & Order, demonstrated her continued relevance and adaptability throughout her career. Carpenter's ability to effortlessly move between the stage, film, and television made her a rare talent in the entertainment industry. Her contributions to Broadway were profound, and her work on screen proved that she was just as effective in capturing the hearts of viewers in other mediums. She passed away on May 14, 1997. But her legacy as one of the most prominent African-American actresses of her time continues to inspire both theater enthusiasts and aspiring performers alike. Beverly Johnson. Beverly Johnson, born on October 13, 1952 in Buffalo, New York, is a groundbreaking supermodel actress and businesswoman who became the first African-American woman to appear on the cover of Vogue magazine in 1974. Johnson's historic appearance marked a pivotal moment in the fashion world as she shattered racial barriers that had excluded black models from high fashion magazines. Her success was not only a personal triumph, but also a symbol of progress in an industry that had been dominated by white models. Before her career in modeling, Johnson pursued a degree in fashion design at Northeastern University. After moving to New York City to begin her career, she quickly established herself as a talented model with a unique look. Johnson's striking beauty and elegance caught the attention of top designers, photographers, and fashion editors, leading to her iconic Vogue cover. This achievement made her one of the most recognizable faces in fashion and paved the way for other black models to enter the mainstream fashion industry. Beyond modeling, Johnson's career expanded into acting. She appeared in numerous films and television shows, including The Tonight Show and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and even made her mark as an entrepreneur with her own line of wigs and beauty products. Johnson's success in multiple industries showcased her versatility and further solidified her position as a cultural icon. In addition to her professional accomplishments, Beverly Johnson became a vocal advocate for diversity and representation in the fashion industry. She used her platform to challenge the industry's standards and open doors for models of color. Through her groundbreaking work in modeling and her advocacy, Johnson continues to be a symbol of strength and resilience, not only in fashion, but also as a role model for young women aspiring to break boundaries in any field. Juanita Moore. Born on October 19, 1914 in Jackson, Mississippi, was a trailblazing actress whose work in Hollywood helped pave the way for future generations of African-American actresses. Moore's career spanned over 5 decades, and she became a respected figure in the industry, known for her exceptional talent and her role in breaking racial barriers in film. Moore's most notable and groundbreaking performance came in the 1959 film Imitation of Life, in which she portrayed Annie Johnson, a black woman who raises the child of a white woman while dealing with the complexities of race and identity. Her portrayal of Annie was widely praised for its depth and emotional range, earning her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress, one of the first nominations for a black actress in that category. Imitation of Life remains one of the most significant films in African-American cinematic history, and Moore's performance continues to be regarded as a powerful commentary on race and motherhood. Throughout her career, Moore appeared in a variety of films and television shows, often taking on roles that were rare for black actresses at the time. She worked alongside prominent stars such as Lana Turner, Claudette Colbert, and Dorothy Dandridge, bringing dignity and strength to her characters. She appeared in several films during the 1940s and 1950s, including The World in His Arms, 1952, The Breaking Point, 1950, and Tight Spot, 1955. In addition to her film work, Moore also made appearances on television where she continued to challenge stereotypes. She paved the way for African-American actresses to take on more significant roles in both film and television. Moore's career is remembered not only for her impressive talent, but also for her ability to defy the limited roles available to black women in Hollywood during her time. She passed away on January 1, 2014, but her legacy as one of the first black actresses to break through the racial barriers of mainstream Hollywood lives on. Marguerite Clark. Marguerite Clark, born on November 22, 1886 in El Paso, Texas, was one of the leading actresses in the silent film era. Known for her youthful charm and infectious energy, Clark became one of Hollywood's most beloved stars during the 1910s and 1920s, building a career that spanned multiple genres and solidified her as one of the most famous actresses of her time. Clark's acting career began in the early 1910s, and she quickly gained popularity for her roles in comedies and lighthearted dramas. She signed with the Vitagraph Film Company, one of the first major film studios, and became a prominent figure in their films. Some of her early films include The Goose Girl, 1915, and Snow White, 1916, in which she displayed a natural grace and charm that made her a favorite of moviegoers. One of her most famous roles came in 1921 when she starred in The Lady of the Harem. The film showcased her comedic timing and ability to portray the role of a romantic lead with a lighthearted yet sophisticated touch. Clark's persona as the sweet girl-next-door character helped set her apart from her contemporaries, and her popularity soared throughout the 1920s. Despite her success, Clark's career began to slow down with the advent of the talkies in the late 1920s, as her soft voice and delicate features did not translate well to sound films. She retired from acting in the early 1930s and chose to live a quiet life away from the public eye. Although her career was short-lived in the scope of Hollywood's golden age, Marguerite Clark remains a symbol of the charm and appeal of silent film actresses. Her contributions to early cinema, especially in the context of her wholesome roles, laid the foundation for future generations of actresses in both silent and sound films. Today, Clark is remembered as one of the key figures in the silent film era, with her legacy continuing to inspire appreciation for the artistry of early Hollywood. Rosalind Cash. Rosalind Cash, born on December 31, 1938 in Los Angeles, California, was an actress whose career spanned over 2 decades and who became one of the most prominent African-American actresses of the 1970s and beyond. Known for her grace, talent, and resilience, Cash played a significant role in breaking down racial and gender barriers in Hollywood, offering a powerful and dignified presence on screen at a time when African-American actresses faced limited opportunities. Cash's career began in television, where she appeared in several shows in the 1960s and 1970s. She became widely recognized for her performances on hit television shows such as The Bill Cosby Show 1970, where she played a significant role. However, it was in film that Cash truly made her mark. One of her most iconic roles came in 1971 when she starred in The Omega Man, a post-apocalyptic sci-fi film opposite Charlton Heston. Cash's portrayal of Lisa, one of the few survivors in a dystopian world, showcased her versatility as an actress capable of handling both dramatic and action-oriented roles. In the same period, Cash was part of another memorable film, Cornbread Earl and Me, 1975, where she played a pivotal role in this urban drama about a young man grappling with the struggles of growing up in a tough neighborhood. Her performance in both The Omega Man and Cornbread Earl and Me earned her widespread acclaim and helped solidify her place in the history of African American cinema. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Cash continued to make impactful appearances in both television and film. She starred in the TV series The Rockford Files, The Jeffersons, and made guest appearances on shows such as The Cosby Show, Law and Order, and The Love Boat. Her versatility allowed her to navigate between drama, comedy, and action, earning her respect among colleagues and audiences alike. Rosalind Cash was not just an actress, but also an advocate for African American rights. Her career was marked by her ability to portray strong, independent women, and she became a role model for young African American actresses aspiring to break into an industry that often sidelined them. Despite facing the typical challenges that come with being an African American woman in Hollywood, Cash built a lasting legacy through her powerful performances and activism. Sadly, Cash's life was cut short when she passed away from cancer on October 31, 1995, at the age of 56. However, her contributions to film and television, as well as her influence on African American representation in the media, continue to inspire generations of artists. Rosalind Cash's legacy as a trailblazer for Black women in Hollywood remains intact, and she will always be remembered as one of the industry's pioneering figures. The 1970s was a revolutionary decade for Black actresses, with stars like Pam Grier, Diana Ross, and Cicely Tyson redefining beauty and talent in Hollywood. These women not only captivated audiences with their stunning looks, but also broke barriers in an industry that often excluded Black voices. From powerful performances in groundbreaking films to iconic roles that challenged stereotypes, these actresses became symbols of excellence. Today, their legacies continue to inspire. But which actress from the 1970s do you think had the most lasting impact on Hollywood? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Legends of Black Excellence for more amazing stories.